Hello, hello, once again. Welcome back, everyone. Um, just going through some like comments and stuff before I start shooting this vid. Um, and man, there's just been so much interest in the videos that I did a while ago before I started doing Instagram Live on like a topic of plant medicine, like psychedelic realms, like what I talked about as a term Terence McKenna coined, self-transforming machine elves. Okay, and it's like just by far my most viewed video, like by far the most comments, the most interactions, um, like probably like 10 times more views than any other video. Holy shit. Okay, so I guess I'll try to like tie that in a little bit today with just straight up meditating, which is perfectly like an acceptable way to do things. And if you're just getting started on this journey, just getting started, as I've said, with this 3 minutes of meditation 3 times a week for 3 months is plenty. Okay, like if you do that, if you actually fucking start doing that, it's plenty. You are so much farther advanced than 80 or 90% of the fucking human population. Like, it's plenty. Okay? It really is. Like, fuck yes, it is. So, the topic of like plant medicine or like ayahuasca or ibogaine or DMT or mushrooms, psilocybin, all this type of stuff, because it's a little bit more popular, like slightly in the mainstream, like it's becoming like not even mainstream, but it's like slightly into the consciousness. Like more people now have like heard the word ayahuasca or heard of DMT. Like they've listened to Rogan or they've seen that documentary or whatever. What's up, Anthony the Rock J? What's up, brother? Thank you for coming on, man. I noticed you liked a few of my things. That's real player shit, man. Thank you. So yeah, so in terms of like actually getting going on, sweet man, in terms of actually getting going on just like your meditation or whatever you want to do, that's plenty to start. I really want to get that across. Like just because you have heard of other people like going to the jungle and drinking ayahuasca or smoking DMT and experiencing these things, it doesn't mean that you're missing out somehow. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. Like you don't have to do those things. As long as you're on a path of self-improvement and self-reflection and self-discovery and expanding yourself to become more of the version of this person that you want to be, that's plenty. Like you're enough as that. You don't need any other, there's no magical piece of the puzzle that you are drastically missing, right? Like it's all within yourself. You don't need a magical fucking pixie dust. You don't even need a fucking you don't even need a membership to a gym, right? Like you can literally just start doing push-ups right now. Like that's the whole point of this, is that you can be much more self-sufficient and you can self-transform your own human being, your own body, your own mind, your own fucking spirit, your own soul, whatever. You can do it yourself, and you don't need some random fucking doctor, some politician, some fucking dickhead, someone selling you shit to explain that to you. You can do it yourself. Like, yes, I'm explaining it. Yes, I'm like giving my point of view on things, and that's fine. And you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. You don't have to pay anything. Thanks, player. Inspiration, the Rock's getting down. I think you're into working out and stuff, right? So that's good shit, man. Working out is awesome. I love working out. I'm hard into it. And I've talked about that before. Like, you don't just be some fucking sit on a mountain dude who's like, I'm into Zen. It's like, motherfucker, are you into Zen though? Because if you're just sitting there in a bunch of robes and you can't even do 10 pull-ups, like what in the fuck are you doing? Like, come on, man. And these are the weirdos, right? These guys are weirdos. They're the first ones. They're the very first ones to, you know what I mean? Like backbite. They're the first ones to like snicker behind your back. Yeah, Luke, yeah, he's not even fucking Zen. It's like, motherfucker, you ain't even Zen. Get in the gym and do some pull-ups. So that's my whole point here, is like, you don't need anyone else to explain it to you. You can just do it yourself. And yes, as I'm saying, like, I am on here explaining this, but that's because it's something that I find hilarious, and it's good. It's fun. And yeah, maybe I'll make money from it over time. If I get 1 million followers, you can all send me $1. I'll be a millionaire, and who gives a fuck? I'll keep saying this shit. But you don't even need to. Like, you don't even need me. You listen to this one video and then be like, okay, cool, I got it, bye. And then go do your shit. Like, and even if you can't, you don't need to join some, like, high-class even gym. It's like, half the people in there are not even working hard. They just wanted to join the gym so they could take pictures and be part of the club. Yes, there are lots of people who work out and they're in the gym getting jacked, and that's awesome. But the point is, you don't need them. Don't let them sell you on the idea that you need them. It's like, you can be like David Goggins, just doing push-ups in the airport. Give a fuck. Like, I'm not waiting around for you. I'll do pull-ups on a fucking tree in my backyard. Get jacked. Like, you don't need anyone to tell you what you can or fucking can't do. Get it done yourself, and then sit around and watch how other people don't. And then what? What do they got to say? They'll be all the first ones to tell you why you didn't do a fucking pull-up right. You didn't do a push-up right. Yeah, but I actually did it, though. And you didn't. You're part of the fucking zombie masses. You're a different species than me, motherfucker. You're not even in the club. You didn't get invited to my birthday party, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're still 10 years old and didn't get to sit with the fucking cool kids at the fucking lunch table. It's like, that's half these people's problem. Like, they're still sad because they didn't get invited to fucking Jonathan's birthday party in grade fucking 7. And they're still sad about it. Oh, I didn't get invited. And they still go around and they want to be bitter about it. So they have to tell other people what they can and can't do. You're not allowed to talk like that. He likes that. Thank you. Oh, what's up? Oh, okay, thank you. Amanda Marie, you love it. Cool. Yeah, and that's what it's all about. It's like, you got to understand that half the people out there are broken themselves, and they don't want to face that. That's why they can't do 3 minutes of meditation, which is all I'm asking of people. 3 minutes of meditation 3 times a week for 3 months? You're telling me you can't get started on that to do 3 minutes? Oh, okay, sure. Because you don't want to face yourself. You don't want to face the reality that you got fucking, people thought you were a nerd in school and you couldn't put up with it, so you just got angry and you're still angry. Okay, well, whatever then. Then be that way. But it's not up to me to, like, to enable that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my whole point, really, and a lot of what I am trying to get across is the idea that Zen or meditation or self-reflection or self-improvement or being healthy or being a fucking boss, being the kind of person you want to be, looking exactly like Brad Pitt. If you're in my position, it's just happening naturally, so you don't have to worry about it. But the whole point of this is that you actually can do it, and you by no means at all ever need some magical fucking mystery man or someone in some office downtown to give you permission to do it. That shit's all a lie. It's not built to enable you. It's built to stifle you. And you don't need that. You don't want that. You want to be able to know for sure that within yourself, you're just going to ball out anyway. So you want to do that. And one way to get started doing that is with meditation. You know what? That's a perfect way to get started. It's better that I sit here and say it. Okay? It's better that I sit here and say it with the beard and the fucking man bun and the V-neck t-shirt and the swear words and the fucking Instagram live with 2 fucking watchers and YouTube with the fucking 50 viewers. You know what? It's better that I say it than some dickhead in a couple robes who's sitting there chanting and talking like this and everyone gets along and everyone's special and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, okay, man, maybe you are helping people. I don't know. Good. I hope you are. But a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people are turned off by that. And they're confused by what you're doing. You're talking like this and everything's perfect and everyone's going to get along. And motherfucker, not everyone gets along. And ain't not everyone... You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's going to get picked for the fucking soccer team. And if you suck at soccer, you don't get on the team. So fuck off and do something else. And you want to just accept that. Accept it right away. There's no need to sit around and pretend that isn't the case. And you don't need some monk to tell you how to meditate. You can do it right now. Stick your fucking headphones in, put the YouTube on meditation music, fast forward to the end, 3 minutes, put your head back and do the shit. All right. And if you really want to get even deeper on it, as I talked about right at the beginning, because I had so much fucking, what's up, Daniel Kratom? Oh shit, Kratom. That's cool. Yeah. I've heard of Kratom. That's valuable shit. I heard Mark Bell. I think Mark Bell talk about that on Rogan. That's cool. But in the real truth, if you want to, as I talked about at the beginning, some of my most popular, by far most popular videos is when I talked about psychedelic plant medicine and that stuff. So just to be clear about that, you also don't need anyone to tell you whether you can or cannot access like other dimensions and speak with like other entities or whatever the fuck is out there. Who really knows? If you don't believe it, go watch Rogan, go listen to Terrence McKenna, go watch this stuff and understand that you have access to that too if you really want to. You don't have to and you're not obliged to do it, but no one can tell you you can't, right? No one has the right to tell you you can't. And that's it, man. You might as well just be the kind of person you want to be. Who the fuck cares? And it's like no one's going to bother stopping you in a way. Like, yeah, if you don't pay your taxes or if you like, you know what I'm saying, if you don't stop at a red light, yeah, they'll kick your door in and they'll sort you out for it. But if you're abiding by some basic laws of this society, you then can just build it all within yourself. And I'm saying, why not? Let's just do it. Because what else are you going to do? As I've talked about many times before, there's nothing else out there in the mainstream society. They have no fucking answers for you. What do they want for you? Oh, just sit down and watch The Big Bang Theory. Just sit down and watch fucking American Idol. Just have a pill. It'll be okay. Go get a degree. Go get a fucking PhD. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, that stuff didn't help me out. So why you keep trying to sell it to me? The fuck are you talking about, get a PhD? Motherfucking why? For what? From who? What? Your organization thinks I'm smart now because I filled out your tests? The fuck kind of pyramid scheme is this? I pay you to do what the fuck you say and then you tell me when I'm smart. The fuck, man? Come on. How about this? You do 10 push-ups and I'll fucking tell you when you get jacked. Alright? Do 100 pull-ups and then let's see. I'm sorry I got to bring it up with the pull-ups all the time and the push-ups, but it's kind of like a barometer for entry. It's like the bar for entry. Like, you know, I got to know if you can do that. Like, how can I trust you if you can't do 10 pull-ups? So until I see that, and that's why I've been kind of talking about this with the 3 minutes of meditation, and even the other video, I think it was yesterday, I was saying like, look, people, like, if you are not gonna do 3 minutes of meditation, then why are you watching the video, right? Like, it's funny. Yeah, the video's funny. And I talk shit, and I'm kind of funny, and I say I look like fucking Brad Pitt, which is obviously true, and all this type of shit. But it's only funny because I'm serious. You get that? You see how it's paradoxical? It's only funny because what I'm saying is true. You know? If I wasn't telling the truth, it wouldn't be funny. So I'm telling you the truth, that if you're going to watch the video and have a laugh, you also need to do the 3 minutes of meditation or it's not worth it. It's like you don't get to just go home and sit back and watch an episode of The Simpsons and eat something fucking tasty if you didn't go to the gym and do pull-ups. It's not going to mean the same thing, right? It's not going to mean anything to you. So you have to be willing to put in the work so you can reap the reward. And no one wants to hear that anymore. No guys want to hear that. No girls fucking want to hear that. They just want the rewards. Just the rewards. Guys just think that the hot girls will like them just cuz. Just cuz. But I bought a BMW. I bought her dinner. Why doesn't she like me? Cuz, motherfucker, you ain't really doing nothing. You're not really doing anything. You're just playing a little part. You need to actually get it the fuck going. And girls, it's the same. Like, but I put my shirt on and it matched my shoes. Doesn't that count? That's fine and nice, but you need to still actually enhance your internal value. You need to become the kind of person that you want to be. You attract what you are, not what you fucking want. So become better. I mean, go watch David Goggins' Instagram and read every single one of his captions. Just hashtag David Goggins. If you don't know who he is, you need to go check him out right away. I was saying literally just the words David Goggins for like weeks after I watched his interview on Rogan. I would just say the word David Goggins. I would just say it out loud, be like, David Goggins. Just David Goggins. Just David Goggins. I would get to the gym, I would just do a set of pull-ups, David Goggins. I would just say it. Because in my mind, I was like, that's the direction I'm headed in. That's where I'm going. That's my direction. You're not going that way? I don't give a fuck. Bye. Because that's where I'm going. Well, where are you going? You're not headed in the direction that David Goggins is going? What the fuck are you doing then? Get out of here. It's $400 an hour to fucking speak to me. Because you're going in an idiot direction. You know what you should be saying? You should be saying fucking Big Bang Theory. You should be saying fucking How I Met Your Mother. You should be saying network television. Politically correct bullshit. That's the direction you're going in. Have fun down there. Bye. There ain't nothing good down there. Ain't no one cool down there. Losers, bullshit, wasting your time. See ya. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth, man. Whatever. I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting for my fucking, each person that does this 3 minutes of meditation 3 times a week for 3 months, send me a fucking dollar. Okay? That's how it works. And then once 1 million people do it, I'll be a millionaire. And then I'll just be wearing a fucking more expensive V-neck t-shirt. That'll be the really only change. And maybe I'll have my hair braided or something. And I'll have expensive beard oil in. Other than that, what's the difference? Like, it's still going to be the same shit. You're not going to escape it. You're not going to escape anywhere. Why do you think Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he did when he was fucking a middle-class guy? Because, what's he going to do? He's still the same guy. Well, now you're the richest man in the world. Am I, though? Am I? What about Dan Bilzerian? He looks pretty fucking rich. No, you have more money. Do I, though? But he's balling out of control. So it's relative, right? Well, Luke has no money. Yeah, but he's firing off shit and he looks like Brad Pitt. So maybe he is rich, right? So it's all relative. It all depends on where you're at, like what you want to do with yourself. And just because someone tells you how you should be living or what you should be doing, I need to check out where that came from. I need to check out, why did you say that, right? Like, who told you that was smart? Right? Like, who told you that was the way to do things? I need to understand why that is. Because I don't know what kind of poison got in your mind. I don't know what kind of bullshit you've been fed by who. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't have gates on their mind. They don't have gates on influences. So you want to know what type of influences are coming into your vision, your periphery, your frame of reference. What's coming in there? What are these opinions I'm being told? What are these thoughts? What are these feelings? Who are these people? Who are these dudes? Who are these girls? What is this food? I'm not just letting you come near me. It's like, what do you... Excuse me? Why would I allow you to speak to me? Why would I allow you to come near me? What is the purpose of that? What are you bringing to the table? You just randomly... I'm not just going to randomly allow some fucking haphazard person to like influence me. That's insane. I'm not doing that because there's already awesome sources out there. I might as well just go look at some trees. I know that's valuable. I don't know if you're valuable. You could be an idiot. Our society is damaged and broken and perverted, and it produces fucked up morons a lot of the time. So who's to say that's not you? That could easily be you. Right? What do you think it's going to produce? Look at the NFL. It produces dudes that have fucking brain damage. Yeah, it produces major athletes too, but it also produces dudes with brain damage. Okay, that's what you produce. Cool, fair enough. I accept that. I don't deny it. But I would be wary of that. If I was going to play in the NFL, which at this point I'm clearly not, I would be wary of that. I'd be like, wow, there's a good chance I could get brain damage. I need to be very careful. Be wary, right? Look at the influences that you're taking in. Look at the television shows you're watching. Do you want to be like them? Look at the people around you. Do you want to be like them? Because that's who you're going to be. Look at the YouTube you're subscribed to. Right? Do you want to be like them? Is that who you want to be? Or no? Subscribe to David Goggins, subscribe to Joe Rogan, subscribe to fucking me, subscribe to whoever the people are that you want to be. Not bullshit, not just strictly entertainment all the time. Why are you being entertained so much? Why do you need to be entertained all the time? The fuck you entertained about? Like, you want to entertain yourself. I don't want constant stimulus. For me, like, I can watch the new Avengers movie once every year. That's enough. I don't need to be pounding movies and shit in my system all the time. I did that when I was younger because I didn't know any better, but now I know better. So I try to put positive, good influences in my system. And there's so much of it these days that there's really no excuse, right? There's really no excuse. So okay. Anyway, I started on the topic of with the psychedelics and the self-transforming machine elves because that was like a topic that, yeah, was super interesting to people. Again, I think I mentioned this before. It's like putting like a hot girl on your product. It just like attracts people. Like, oh my God, I should buy that. Maybe the hot girls will like me. It's like that when you mention like psychedelics and stuff nowadays. People are just like, oh, I want to talk about that. I'll talk about that. Even though they don't even a lot of times have that much to say. They're just like, I've heard about DMT. Let's talk about that. It's like, okay, well, we can if you want, but what do you think about it? Like, what do you think goes on there? I don't know. Well, that's not much. I want to actually speak about it. So, I don't know. I would say go back and watch the other videos. For those of you who don't know, you can go on the YouTube channel. It's called Mindful Development. Look it up, and you can go to some of the older videos before I did Instagram Live. And there's one called Reflections on Self-Transforming Machine Elves. It's got the most views by far. Go check that out and see what you think. But really, just go, again, you don't need me. Go right to the source. Go listen to Terence McKenna. He's the king, right? He's the master of all of this. Terence McKenna. Type him in YouTube. Listen to some of his videos. If you haven't done that, you owe it to yourself to listen to Terence McKenna on YouTube. There's tons and tons of lectures. Listen to some of the shorter ones if you want with music. They're very easily accessible. They're very easy to get into. And seriously listen to it. Like, there's so much on there if you want to learn more about this. And if you don't, who cares? Don't bother. Just focus on getting started with meditation because you're headed in the right direction anyway. You don't need to worry about the rest of that stuff. Maybe later in your life you will, or maybe not. Either way, it doesn't matter. If it calls you, it will call you. If it doesn't, just get this going. Start with 3 minutes of meditation today. Yeah, and that's what you need to do. And if you don't, you're probably not gonna ever do it, I would say. It's like you just won't. Like you won't. You'll say you will, but you won't. I don't believe you. Like if you've already watched these videos like a few times and you still haven't done the meditation, it's like you're not gonna ever do it. Like you're just a pretender. You'll get swindled out of your attention somehow, but it won't be in a good way. And that's why I'm like adamant where you need to actually do it. Like there's no other way. Yeah, so that's what's up. I'm going to do mine today. I'm going to do the solar plexus chakra, 1 hour. Oh my God. Even just saying it, even just me saying I'm going to do 1 hour meditation, even now, even after like whatever, now like 10 months of doing it, an hour a day. And maybe I took a few days off. I think I may have took like 3 or 4 days off over those 10 months. I'm still, even when I say it, I'm just like, how can that even be possible? How can it be possible to do 1 hour meditation a day? I mean, it's one thing if like you were born in like a monastery, but I mean, when you already look like Tom Cruise mixed with Brad Pitt, how the fuck can you do an hour meditation a day? But you know what? I do it because I just strap my shit on, I lay down, and I do it. Because I'm a boss. Just like you, hopefully. So that's 23 minutes, 7 left. If there's any questions, please fire them off. I find they're interesting. I've got some interesting questions, especially on YouTube and some comments on Instagram and stuff. It's very interesting to hear what people think because at the end of the day, we're all just people. We're all in this thing together. We're all in the same boat. We're all trying to improve. We're all trying to get to our goals, and no one's goals are the same. So there's no threat really of overlap. There's no threat of my goals really overlapping with someone else. It's like even if we all had unlimited money, like it still wouldn't really. I don't want the same things as someone else. Like I probably wouldn't even buy a Lamborghini. Like I don't care about that really. Maybe I would actually. I don't know, but I'd have to see. Hey, sorry, my phone battery was dead. No worries, man. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead, man. Ask. I'm still gonna bang off. He's back again. Nice, bro. Nice. Well, you're back. That's what matters. You're on the path, dude. You're going hard. And that's all that matters, man. One step at a time, one day at a time. Literally just marching. We're all just marching along this path. And I would also encourage people to like kind of look into like your like ancestry. Like I'm a big believer in that. Like especially after I took like plant medicine journeys, especially with like psilocybin mushroom, like I really got in touch with like because they particularly have a connection with ancestry, I believe. So you almost get access to like your ancestral history or your ancestral DNA and it kind of like thoughts and memories and who knows, past memories it could be. Who really knows? But I really got in touch with that and I felt like I gained strength from that. So for me, I was like, oh, there was some kind of like martial spirit, some kind of like warrior spirit that I was able to gain access to. And I was like, oh, okay. So so there was like warriors in my past and I still have an aspect of that that I can embrace and use as a tool. So, okay, cool. I'm willing to embrace that. And I would encourage everyone to do that because we don't descend from weak people. We descend from strong people. That's why we're here, because we've descended from strength, which has survived over bullshit, which have survived over plagues, over fucking starvation, over warfare, over nonsense, over weather, over all of it. So we descend from strength. So go inside yourself and find that, whether it's meditation, whether it's pull-ups, whether it's fucking psychedelic medicine, whether it's MMA, whether it's just meeting cool people, whether it's getting a hot girlfriend, whether it's getting a cool boyfriend, whatever it is you want to keep getting back in touch with whatever is powerful and full of strength within yourself, because there's a bit of a lack of that in a lot of ways in our society, where we have a lot of patheticness taking place, and there's a shortage of people getting in touch with like whatever is useful within themselves. So go ahead and do that, right? Go ahead and do it. Don't be scared of that. And you don't have to hide that, right? You don't have to like hide the fact that you want to be a fucking winner. You want to be the person who you want to be. I don't know if everyone's going to like that. I don't know if that maybe makes you a bit uncomfortable. It's not really up to me. Oh, you don't like the fact that I have a fucking beard and a man bun and swear sometimes? Okay, well, you know what? It's not my job to make you like me all the time. That's not up to me. That's your issue, man. Or whoever it is. That's up to you to figure that out. It's not my job to make everything I say palatable for every single fucking person, right? Like, I'm not every single person that's going to want to hear this. That's okay. There's plenty of other things to do, and there's plenty of people who will. It's funny because some of the guys that hang out with Dan Bilzerian, recently I heard them talking, and they were like, yeah, man, they're like, oh, so many girls we try to like bring out on Dan Bilzerian's boat and stuff, and they're like, no, we don't like him, he's stupid, he's gross, da-da-da. And they're saying how Dan doesn't even realize that. Like, Bilzerian doesn't even realize, because it's such a large pie of people out there that even if 90% of the girls think Dan Bilzerian's fucking stupid and gross, there's still 10% that want to hang out with him. And that 10% is all he focuses on. And that 10% is so massive, because if you're dealing with like a billion people, 10% of a billion is a shitload, right? 10% of 100 is a lot. 10% of 100 is 10. So if you're Dan Bilzerian and there's 100 girls, 90 of them think you're stupid, you're like, oh, really? Well, what about the other 10? Oh, they like you. Okay, cool. So there he is on a boat with 10 girls, balling. And that's how you want to think about your life, however it is. If you want to go to the gym and do pull-ups, and you try to do pull-ups 100 times, but you fucking fail 90, well, you still did 10. You did 10 pull-ups. That's a lot more than anyone else did, for most likely. If you're trying to meditate and you try to meditate fucking 100 times and you sit down, and each time you sit down you can only get 1 minute, and you get back up, but you do that 3 times, good, that's 3 minutes. So you want to start to think about like massive, massive, massive application of effort, and almost being completely unconcerned with the rate of failure. Fuck a bit of failure. Good for you. Stack it up, man. Let's stack up the failure. Why not? Okay, fine. Like, let's do it then, because the more failure you get, the more success you're going to get. So let's try to do this meditation this week. Let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help your whole game in all aspects of your life. This is what we do. This is gangster shit. This is hardcore shit. Every great person that's ever lived would agree. They would say, oh, you're investing in yourself, you're investing in clearing your mind, you're investing in becoming more calm, more satisfied, more happy, building more strength. Do that. And that's what you do. And you keep doing it. You wake up the next day. If you're going 3 times a week, that's fine. You rest, you do it again. And we stack that up for fucking weeks. We stack that up for 3 months. Now you're in the club. You send me a fucking $1. We stack up a few more 100,000 people doing that. Next thing you know, I'm making money. Everyone's increasing their intelligence and increasing their peace. We're all balling out of control. People are doing pull-ups, and you know what? I'm still looking like Brad Pitt. And fucking Anthony the Rock's happy about shit. I'm happy too, brother. That was 30 minutes. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Thank you, everybody who's going to make a comment and all this type of shit. Again, for those of you who don't know, if you want to slide over to the YouTube channel, there's a link on my Instagram, or you can just go on there and type in Mindful Development, and you'll check it out. You'll check out the old vids and stuff. Everybody, thanks so much for everything. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. Peace out.